A lot going on at the quarterback position throughout these training camps, so we wanted to bring in some of our favorite. Look, I don't want to say we play favorites around here, but we do. We want people who are on the ground, who know these teams best, who are in it to win it, and help us get some information as we get ready for the NFL season. So there's these QB battles, and we're going to start. I mean, when you hear QB battle, you think Shanahan again. So we start in the Bay with KRON4 Bay Area sports reporter Kate Rooney. Kate, is he ever just going to pick a guy, eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Has he never heard of it?
Well, this pretty much sums it up, Kate. The Kirk Cousins rumors are still going on right now. So I don't know if we're ever going to see an end to this saga. But right now, Brock Purdy is the guy. And as a matter of fact, Shanahan committed about as much as he's ever committed to anyone in his tenure in the Bay Area. He said even right after Purdy's injury that Purdy was going to be the guy if he was healthy enough. And Purdy is healthy enough, miraculously. He's pretty much ahead of schedule from where we all thought he would be. So he is the QB1. There's no doubt about it. As long as he stays healthy and stays on track, he's going to be the guy this season. And so now the battle that we're really looking at is at that number 2 spot. But so far, it doesn't look like Purdy's missed a step at all. If anything, he looks better than we all thought he would at this point. Arm strength is better maybe than it was before. He's got plenty of zip on his throws. Doesn't look like he's got any residual issues from that surgery whatsoever.
Are you noticing anything, and I know this, but it's a word that's overused, vibe-wise? Like, Brock just seems to attract everyone in a bit of a different way. And the number 2 spot, super intriguing, but is he standing out as sort of a leader among these guys at camp?
Brock is the most composed 23-year-old I've ever been around. He is just so even-keeled no matter what is thrown his way, and I think that's a leadership style that the 49ers players have really responded to. I mean, look at the connection that he developed with George Kittle in the second half of the season last year. I think that just kind of is emblematic of the way that he has been able to capture the confidence of these guys right away. They were worried. It's no secret that the rest of the team was really worried about what was going to happen in their quarterback situation, because the way they've put this roster together, that's kind of been the question mark and the missing piece for years here now, right? And so they felt like, hey, that we finally maybe have some things figured out with Purdy. He gets hurt. The question marks remain. They are just so elated that he looks good, that he is presumably going to be their guy on day one. And so, yeah, the vibes are really good around practice, I think, because of that. They've just felt really energetic and happy throughout training camp so far.
Yeah. Does everyone hear what Kate is saying? Niners fans, be happy. They're happy. Stop.
Not used to it, Kay.
There's a question here about who, and the Trey Lance thing and the Sam Darnold thing, who's ahead of who. And yes, Sam Darnold, he did go 4-2 to end the season last year with the Panthers, and I'm always rooting for him. I like a rewrite in the NFL. It's very hard to accomplish, but you see what Geno's doing in your same division when he's surrounded in the right system. That could easily be Sam Darnold. But just, are you hearing it, Niners fans? You got your guy. He's healthy. Miraculously is the word she just used. Maybe just, I don't know, Rob Stats Guerrera. Maybe you just enjoy it for what it is, and then let's keep it moving here. Although there are a couple questions, so let's move away from the quarterback spot. And I should tell everybody, Brock will not be suiting up in the first preseason action against the Raiders Sunday as he ramps up from that injury. He won't be out there, which I like. So we'll see Trey Lance and Purdy battle it out, and Sammy D battle it out. I hearkened back to the Sam Bradford, Sammy B days, back from the Vikings and the Rams. Okay. Nick Bosa, not at Niners camp, okay? He's waiting for a new deal. Is it going to get resolved soon as you're around the team? Are you getting that sort of idea, or is this going to be a lingering-ish?
Well, the 49ers do have a recent history of getting these deals done later in the preseason program. That's kind of what happened with George Kittle, with Fred Warner, with Deebo Samuel in recent years. So that is their precedent. They want to save as much money as they can because they are going to have to pay a quarterback eventually here. So it is all kind of tied together in that way. But Nick Bosa knows what he's worth. He's not going to settle for anything less than being the highest paid defensive player in the league. And so I think that that's what's holding things up here. The other thing is the 49ers really aren't worried about him stepping in and doing what he does without having the perfect extended off-season and preseason program. So they're really not worried about that. If there's any player you don't worry about having that, it's Bosa, right? Because of the way he conditions on his own. So I think they feel that they can afford to negotiate as much as humanly possible, try to get the best deal on their end. But the 49ers brass haven't expressed anything other than confidence that they're going to get this done. He wants to be in San Francisco. They want him here. So it's just a matter of agreeing on a number. And I think we'll see that happen before the season starts, but they might make 49ers fans wait a painfully long time
They like to do that somehow. And John Lynch is such a nice guy. And, you know, I don't know why they would do that to fans, but that's what's happening there. I will say, I just want this out there on the record. I'm a grudge holder as a show. We are a grudge holding show. And Nick Bosa began this holdout the day after he won DPOY last year, where he was slated to join my show from the Super Bowl, stood me up. Completely stood me up. And then, and then the other day I'm at Chargers camp and we were slated to have Joey Bosa join us. And I say, well, he's the better Bosa. Like, I don't have, like, Joey walks right by and just not. He's just not interested. Does not. So I'm out on the Bosas right now.
And for 2 on Bosas.
I'm 0 for, well, they're 0 for 2 on me, I would say. That's how we're spinning it here on the show. Kate, enjoy it. I know it's such a gauntlet. I know, you know, the training camp vibe is insane, but we so appreciate you bringing us the best information. Kate Rooney with KRON, I believe, in the KRON4 Bay Area. We appreciate you, and hopefully we have you on soon. Thank you so much.
So much, Kay.
Yeah.